on the lush African savanna. The story of life is told every day with the cruelest, performed in the most authentic way. There are no fairy tales, no warmth. It's just the laws of cold physics and the survival instinct written in the genes. This is a 6-year-old female leopard. As a sophisticated killing machine on the grassland, it weighs about 140 pounds, filled with pure muscle, with hunting instincts. In a hunt that just ended, he showed the power of a top predator. According to natural logic, this young baby who just lost his mother, it was supposed to be his next big lunch. However, nature, at this moment, seems to have pressed the pause button. In the mammalian world, science sometimes reveals his gentle recitation. Cubs' big eyes, short limbs, and that instinctive desperate alarm strongly stimulated the brain of this female leopard, triggers a hormone called oxytocin, surging secretion. In this brief but surreal window, maternal protective instinct miraculously suppressed the killing desire in his body. And this little Fi-Fi, after losing her mother's protection, totally pristine for warmth and safety, desire trend. He helplessly grasped the hair in front of him. He doesn't know. These beautiful markings. It was supposed to be his worst nightmare. This is a stunning visual theory. Leopard. That's for camouflage in the shadows. Melted rose spots. Now, but carrying a life that should be the prey. Behind the warmth, in the minds of observers of nature, but full of sadness, this female is unable to nurse her primate offspring. Hunger tips. It is also impossible to rely on leftover carrion from leopards living in a cruel wilderness. There is no such thing as absolute good or evil in the wild world, only a constant flow of energy. And when nature occasionally forgets its own rules, the brief gap left. Weak life, all hope, on the mercy of a killing machine. He's holding on desperately. Use all your strength to disguise, to adapt. Trying to catch this predator who may wake up at any time in front of the eater. Play the role of an obedient child. The wilderness is silent. Only the wind of savannah, the bitter taste of licorice, scratched over their heads. In a few minutes of silence, the boundaries between time and space seem to blur. Leopards lie quietly among the dry leaves of grass. His gaze looks into the distance. I don't know if I'm on the lookout for other predators, still enduring the struggle of inner instincts. In the dead grass not far away, several strong and wretched bodies are quietly approaching. It's a hound. As the most notorious marauder in the wilderness, hounds never mind robbing instead of toiling. Due to the long runs and the unbearable heat, the female leopard's chest is violently heaving. The air was filled with his heavy gasps. Fragile cub babe is going through the longest ordeal of his life. Hunger makes Zhao Feifei start looking for milk. He moved in vain towards the leopard's waterfall. But he doesn't know that the rules of nature already turned them into two absolutely impossible, intersecting camps. Suddenly the bud's ears turned vigilantly. He sensed movement in the distance. In the perilous African wilderness, the smell of blood will attract the hound at any time. Sense the danger signal. Poor little Feifei made the most ironic decision of his life. Choice of thorn, meaning he's increasingly desperate for health care. The man who just killed his mother. He gave his last breath, all over the kindness of the old enemy. A few sturdy climbs. The leopard has stood firmly in the width of the Golden River on the high branches of the tree, and there are more and more hunting dogs under the tree. How can you spin around impatiently? They chew the bark. A stinging and unwilling whine. But helpless to the cat king in the sky. This is nature's finest combat practice. Leopards show cats unparalleled agility and explosive power. He pulls green onions in a dry land. The one on the left can only be horse. Between the lightning and fire that fell to the ground, his is 5 centimeters long, front claws like a machete. Wave it out without reservation. This brief but bloody encounter. The curtain fell. When the sun finally sets towards the horizon, the entire savanna of Africa, smeared with a layer of tragic golden ash. The long shadow, extremely long on dry land, extremely soft. The figure of a leopard and a baby baboon start to gradually integrate into this in the vast and desolate landscape. They are not symbols of peace. It's not a miracle of nature.